In 6 years, University of Memphis has collected $2.6 million in parking tickets. They collect even more money just by selling parking permits to students, which they are required to have to be able to park on campus. Just like University of Memphis, universities around the country struggle with providing enough parking for students to commute to campus or class. Should colleges increase the amount of parking or encourage students to find other, better forms of transportation? At the end of my speech, you will know the struggles students and universities face with finding parking on campus and ways universities can take action to encourage students to walk, bike, or take the bus to class. If colleges increase parking on campus, one struggle they may face is space. Campuses are only so big and space is limited, and constructing a parking lot takes up a lot of space. With all the free space that campuses have, it should be used to build another academic building or dining hall or dorm room. Another issue with making more parking is the expense. Depending on the land, it could cost up to $20,000 of construction costs to put in a parking lot. Any free money universities have should be given to give out scholarships to students. Lastly, the third issue with adding more parking is that it ultimately encourages students to drive to class, which ultimately ends to the never-ending cycle of adding more parking on campus. There are many ways to get to and from campus, but the most common ways are driving, taking an Uber or Lyft, taking the bus, or walking or biking to class. In order to drive to and from class, students have to buy a parking pass to be able to park on campus. They have to spend money for gas to get to and from class every day, and they have to give themselves extra time in case they get stuck in traffic. And ultimately, they're more likely to get a parking ticket in case they accidentally park in the wrong area. Another way students might get to and from class is by taking an Uber or Lyft. Although this may seem like the most convenient option, it is also the most expensive option. Ubers and Lyfts are super expensive, and taking one every day will add up. You will also have to give yourself extra time to get to and from class in case you get stuck in traffic, and there are many more safer options to get to class than taking an Uber or Lyft. The best way students can commute to class is by bus, walking, or bike. This is the most affordable option, and many universities cover bus fees in the price of their tuition. Biking and walking is also a great source of exercise, and you don't have to give yourself extra time because you don't have to drive, so there's no traffic that you would have to deal with. Colleges can promote students to take the bus to class by including bus fees in the price of the tuition in case they don't already, providing bus stops outside each dorm, dining hall, or academic building, providing a daily schedule of what time the bus will arrive at each stop, or an app that shows the bus's location at all times. And a couple ways colleges can promote students to take bikes to class is by providing bike racks outside each dorm, dining hall, or academic building, providing bike lanes throughout campus, and lastly, 2 ways colleges can promote students to walk to class is by providing sidewalks and trails to get to class, and by providing a map of campus and all of the different trails that you can take to class. University of Wisconsin-Madison has one of the lowest amounts of parking areas of any university in the country. Gary A. Brown, Director of Campus Planning, decided the best way to combat this issue was to not let students to park at all and to encourage taking the bus, biking, or walking to class. More universities are instead dealing with this demand by increasing the parking tickets, which students continue to pay for. Parking on college campuses have been a major issue that students and the university struggle to find the best solution for. Taking the bus, biking, or walking to class is the most cost-effective option for the student and the university. Universities should focus on promoting these three forms of transportation to better their university. Thank you for listening.